Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Techno here, your coach of the Carolina Pantherians, and today we are back with our CPC Season 5 week. What week is it? It's week 7, I believe. Yeah, it's our week 7 upload. And this week we face the Boston Boldores, coached by Hiker Toad. So, a couple of things I want to say before this match. So, we are currently 5-1 with pretty good differential. However, any change to that could definitely result in us falling down a bit in our rankings because our division is very close. There's a distinct top four, and then there's a distinct bottom four, and luckily we are in the top four, so that is pretty good. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. But yeah, so about our opponent this week. So this week we play Hiker Toad, like I said, and honestly, now this might seem like kind of like a stupid thing to say or whatever, but I feel like just in terms of the current draft league players, people who are playing right now, people who are in the community. I feel as though Hiker Toad probably is one of the best up and coming players, just at the moment. Just an incredible. I know that this title of being a really good up and coming player was given to me by a lot of people at one point, and I never really understood it. Um, but that's beside the point. The point is that Hiker Toad is just really, really, really solid as a battler, really solid as a drafter, and just a very good team builder, very good player. Um, and speaking of such a scary draft, let me just get right into what his draft actually is so you guys can see his team is going to be consisting of, let me just pull it up right about now. He has Mega Mawile, Tornadus Therian, Galvantula, Nidoqueen, Starmie, Girder, Piloswine, Alolan Persian, Darmanitan, Quillfish, and Alolan Executor. So honestly, I feel like this might be the scariest draft in the whole league, and this is the league with a lot of really, really good drafts. So definitely says a lot. And honestly, looking at this matchup, I kind of went into it with a losing attitude, mainly because the way that his team functions is Mega Mawile just absolutely dunks on everything on my team because I'm like a fatter team, but like a weird fat team, and the only mon that I have to really hit it super effectively is Landorus Incarnate, stab super effectively is this Lando, which I can't switch in obviously, and then Chandelure, which doesn't want to come in on knockoff. Even play roughs do hurt a lot, and then it can always get sucker punched. So yeah, that's no bueno for me. Definitely have to be very wary about Mega Mawile, but like I said, just the way his team's constructed, the way it's drafted, I really did not expect to win this game. Like you guys can see, it's just such an incredible team. I don't mean to dick suck Hiker, but I feel like he deserves a lot more recognition than he's given, just as a player and shit. Um, so yeah, you guys can see. The first one I decided to bring is going to be Landorus Incarnate, Choice Scarf, Earth Power, Rock Slide, U-Turn, and Focus Blast. So 48 attack, max special attack, and then 208 speed with a naive nature. Just basically my main response to a couple of mons on his team. Just a nice sweeper late game. Does really well versus quite a bit of stuff. Rock Slide helps hit the tornadoes. Everything else just gets pretty much nuked by Earth Power. And then anything that's not, I can Focus Blast or I can just U-turn out on. So yeah, that's the idea behind this Landorus right here. We have our Gigalith. Like I said, no switching to Mega Mawile, so I can't really play around that. Even if I wanted to bring a really fast team, then I just lose to Sticky Web offense. By the way, that's something else I should say. My defoggers, the mons that get rid of hazards, just lose to Mega Mawile, so he can get Sticky Webs up and pressure them to stay up the whole time. Because, if my Latios comes in on the Mega Mawile, he can just go right in on the Galvantula tries to defog. He just goes right into it, and then he's good. But yeah, nothing I can really do about that. So here we have Gigalith. Gigalith is kind of a response to Tornadoes and just other things, as well as my Rocker this week. So I have Rock Blast, Stealth Wax, Earthquake, Toxic, not much to say there. Then I have Circuitry. I have Grassy MZ this week so that I can deal with the Nidoqueen a little better and the Piloswine. Both of those do really well. I have Sub so I don't get Sucker Punched, and it also helps with mons like Tornadus. Even helps with Darmanitan if I'm behind a Sub. He has to U-turn. I can get Rocks damage off on it. It's really good. Oh yeah, Zergatru just really nice to speak out speeds like most of his team. Then we have our Latios. Latios, I forget what this bulk is for, but it's so that I'm able to just get a healing wish off into something else, as well as another reason I just brought this thing is I felt like it would be pretty nice. Yeah, like I said, to have Healing Wish, that's one big reason. Another reason I felt it would be nice to have a kind of nice switch into Starmie. I have two of them. I have a couple of them. But either way, this thing is just pretty good versus him, except for the Mawile. It just allows Mawile to come in every time, which is annoying. but it can definitely be managed. This thing's also good versus mons like Girder. I felt like without this thing, I'd just lose to Girder, even though I do have this mon right here, Tapu Fini. It still can be a very big issue, so that's something I have to watch out for. So, Moonblast, Surf, Defog, and Taunt. Main, just max defense set, not much to say. This is my attempt to kind of switch into Mawile, depending on if he's like not a lot of attack or whatever. But then we also have our Skuntank with Fire Blast, Pursuit, Sucker Punch, and Poison Jab. EV is not going to get into. Yeah, so that's the team. Sorry if I'm rushing, but I'll see you guys at the battle. Alright, so here we are at the battle, and you guys can see, so he brings a team of Mega Mawile, Tornadus Therian, Darmanitan, Persian, Piloswine, and Quillfish. So, in every mock, like legit every single mock, someone led right off with the Piloswine, just got up rocks, and I didn't really have a way to pressure it. You guys can see, I just don't really deal with Piloswine very well, and that's unfortunately the nature of my team. So yeah, not much I can do about that, but I can attempt to bait it turn 1, try to lure it in. He might be a Spadef set. So basically my plan was sleep with Circuitry and try to bait it with Bloom Doom turn 1. Which, as you guys will see, he actually leads with his Mawile. So yeah, good lead, mainly because I obviously don't have a switch in. And here I was like, okay, maybe he'll expect me to be like Electrium Z or something and attempt to switch into Piloswine. So I actually sub here. And yeah, it doesn't work because it just stays in, and unfortunately I am just going to be forced to switch out into this mon, which I do not have a switch into. I attempt to go Tapu Fini, but you guys are going to see it really does not work, and yeah, Play Rough's going to come out there. So here I'm assuming that he just thought that he'd be able to get up, like, not want to take a Nature's Madness or a Surf or anything. Which I do go for here. So I go for Surf, does like nothing to Quillfish, and now I'm like, oh shit, he's just gonna get up Hazards. He didn't bring the Galvantula this week, which means I could have brought a more offensive team, but like I really couldn't though, is a thing. So here, I didn't expect him to be Ironhead, considering his play rough. I didn't think that that was a Zed run versus my team. But I just wanted to scout, and yeah, he goes for play rough, and he kills my Feeny. So that's unfortunate, but you know, it happens. So I go into my Landorus, and I'm in the back, so like it gets to a point where if you're in the back, you should probably just make predictions. So I just go for U-turn. If I rock slide, it would have been a much better play, but you know it is what it is. And here I really should have just fucking went for the rock blast. But he goes for taunt. If I rock blasted there, spoilers, I won this game. Like if I went for rock blast, I definitely would have won this game. Like just right there. You guys will see in a sec just exactly why. But yeah, that's really annoying. Yeah, so Rock Blast gonna come out right here, and I actually get 4 hits on Persian, which is nice, but he is probably Fur Coat, so it doesn't really matter. I go for Earthquake, just trying to see if maybe he wants to go Mawile. It doesn't really happen at all. So yeah, now I just have to switch out because I don't want him taunting me again. I expected a taunt here, so I go hard Lando. And here I guess I don't gather the fact that he's not going hard Piloswine, and instead he's just going into the Tornadus a couple of times. So I Earth Power again, and yeah, now I know he's gonna go back to Torn, so I just go for the switch to Gigalith. So I get one play right this battle. So what I'm thinking here is if he me getting up rocks is no bueno for him, and I feel like considering he taunt last turn, there's no reason for me not to try to just get up my rocks. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Rock Blast here, trying to like reverse psychology him, but no, he just fucking U-turns. Like I said, it's kind of like considering just like the bad play I made earlier with the Rock Blast, it's just kind of hard to win now. Earthquake's gonna come out there. I miss a Toxic. I need a Toxic on this thing. Who cares? Like honestly. So now I know he's gonna Icicle Crash. I don't want to like take an Icicle Crash into Ice Shard with this thing, so I decide, okay, it's just time to go Latias. Like you do nothing this battle, and yeah, I go for the Healing Wish. Right back in my Gigalith as he makes a good play. Goes Mawile, which means that my Gigalith is still pressured, which is really annoying. You guys are gonna see this is ridiculous right here. He gets. What the fuck is this shit? Mawile is disgusting. What the fuck? Yeah, he goes for a knockoff. This is a Gigalith. I get I'm not defensive, but he does 45.8%. That's ridiculous. That's an unstabbed just knockoff from a Mega Mawile, and that just does ridiculous damage. Here I sack my Skuntank, but I guess I don't sack it because play rough. But I go for Fire Blast, and yeah, I miss. So Who cares? It was basically deserved at that point. I had a really rough week with hacks, just in general. So I was like, hey, maybe some justice, but I didn't want to take my justice out on Hiker, so it's cool. Purchase Earth Power, no reason not to. And now Pilot Mine comes in. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just how Pilot Swing works, I guess, versus my team. Only had like one response, or two maybe. It's fine though. He goes for Earthquake, just does that. And here I'm like, okay, so if I bait him, I'm in a good position, and yeah. So I actually do bait him. I go for sub this turn, just because if he ice sharded or something, it wouldn't break my sub the next turn. I did that calc beforehand. I bait him, and yeah, this is nice. So I'm sure you guys can see. So now at this point, he loses to Earth Power. Tornadus isn't there, which basically means, so yeah, if I clicked Rock Blast, I probably won this game. Um, it happens, you know, like not much I can say, but it's really frustrating considering just like how hard you can prep for one game and then just like get shattered by one bad play. At least it's not hacks like many of my other battles this week have been. This have been over. I don't want to complain anymore. So here I have to pray for like rock slide crits. Um, Luckily, I guess he scarfed arm considering he stayed in. Luckily, he just drops something, so it's only a 3-0. Goes into his Quillfish, and yeah, the game's over. Like, even a crit probably wouldn't have done enough. Even 2 crits probably. And then even still, he has the Persian in the back, so whatever. And then even still, Tornado, so I just need a shit ton of crits. Um, that's just how it goes. And, yeah, so we take this 3-0 loss. It felt like a lot more, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm just thinking about it in this narration. It's just really frustrating that I just did not click Rock Blast. If I did, definitely would have won this game, more than likely. But it is what it is. Just because I had the sub and stuff, and I could easily sub versus the Pile of Swine, and then if he switched out, I could do whatever. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, Hiker, by the way, very, very solid battler. You guys should totally check him out. Very good. So now we're 5-2, which means that I believe Gypsy now passes us. Really annoying. But hey, it's just how it is. Anyways, see you guys later. Peace.